and welcome to this episode of Jim Builds. I'm Jim, and today we're going to talk about chrome painting. So for us, we're working on old cars that we've got bits of trim like this. This is part of a vent, and it was chrome plated. It's plastic, but the chrome plating has obviously aged over the last 50 odd years. So as an alternative to expensive plating, I'm going to look at painting instead, which can be used to tidy up interior trim, most likely. But I've just got 3 paints that I want to try out. And these are Genelite Chrome Spray. I've used Genelite paints before on some of the suspension parts, so I know they're pretty good for quite resistant paint. Don't know what the chrome's like. I have this, which is Hydrochrome Flame, and this little bottle cost me £10, so I think for the actual volume this is probably the most expensive. It's also one of the most tricky looking at it. So the way I've got to do it is brush paint some of that on, heat the part, and then to dry it, and then use a blowtorch on it. So we'll see how that one turns out. And then there's this, which is made by Culture Hustle. It is Miro, which is the chromiest chrome paint apparently. They do some other quite interesting paint, such as one of the blackest blacks, not Vanta black, but some very dark blacks. Now to test these, obviously I'm not going to do that on the part till I'm happy that I've got results. So I'm using, these are spray bottle caps. I've just primed them. It's a similar plastic. That's all I was going to go with on this. Let's give them a try. So the first one up is the Genelite Chrome, which is spray application. Which actually, quite a bit of reflection about it. It's not a mirror, but it's not bad. Give this Hydroflame Chrome a go. Oh, so it's clear. So I'm just brushing it on. Try not to make it too thick. Get it even. I'm not going to use too much of this because I haven't got a huge amount. I think that's okay. Right, I'm just going to put the lid back on that. So for this one, we need to then dry it using heat gun. And then we need a blowtorch. Turning, but it's hard to control the heat with it being such a thin plastic. was dramatic. I mean, I do like using fire for most jobs, but I think for this one it's probably a bit extreme. Last one up is Mirror by Culture Hustle. Quite interested by this one. It looks, on the internet, it looks excellent. Right, so that's what it comes in. Right, let's give this a go. I'm going to pour a little bit out. Oh, I'll tell you what that looks like. Looks like melted Terminators. It's got a reflection to it. Let's bring that back up to the camera before I paint it. Actually looks very mirror-like. Right, okay. So let's get this brushed on. Apparently you don't need, you just need to go there, sort of spread it out, go fairly thin with it. You don't need a massive layer. See how little I'm using on the brush. It does actually spread quite far. It is the most expensive paint that we've used today. Coming in for that bottle was $29.99. That's in pounds. But it's only as good as the finish you can get with it. And that applies to all of them. So the Genelite was the cheapest. Oh, I'm quite impressed with the reflection I'm getting from this already. You can see the way it's acting on the camera. You're actually getting reflection from it. I can see, and that's a positive sign. I have to apologise for my brushing skills. See, I'm trying to see if I can get the camera to pick this up, but you are actually getting reflection from that. That is me moving my hand there. That's impressive. Okay, right, I'm gonna leave these to dry for a bit and we'll come back later and see what the results are like. So I've left them to dry and I've come back to it and this is the result. So first off, we've got the Culture Hustle mirror. You can see that is actually, oh, it's pretty chrome. I mean, I'm getting a reflection off it almost, well, like a mirror, which is what its name is. Then we have this, which is the Hydroflame Chrome. I don't think I'll be doing anything else with that because that's pretty dangerous. I mean, that could have caused all sorts of trouble, but they said it would work, so what do I know? And then this is the Genelite, which, I mean, I'm getting some reflection off it, not nearly as much as the mirror, but it's not bad. The benefit to this one is that it's cheap, but I think for the finish, I'll be going for the mirror. And here is one I've prepared earlier. So I've given it this a paint, and it looks pretty good. All I've got to do now is build it up, but you're never going to replicate chrome. You know, that's just the way it is, but for a cheap alternative that you can use to tidy up some interior trim, I would definitely recommend the Culture Hustle mirror. Now, I hope you found that interesting, and let me know what sort of things you'll be doing with chrome paint. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.